What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Doing yet another subscriber requested course here. Working my way, blasting my way through this list. Today, as you guys saw by the title, we're doing Isleworth. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Um, Isleworth Country Club. This is in Windermere, Florida, courtesy of the subscriber by the name of Stash Urbanski. Hopefully I said both the name of the course and your name right, so shout out to you for the request. Stash gave me a little background information here on the course, which is I always like. So he said, or she, I suppose, said, you should check out Isleworth in Florida. Just watch Shields' video. I'm assuming he means Rick Shields played there. Just watch Shields' video and played it on Fee Golf or Fi Golf too. I believe I've seen those. That's the one, the indoor. It almost looks like a shorter kind of Wii golf thing. You basically, it's like a shorter club to about here. It has a sensor on the bottom, and you can swing the club in your inside. Never used it, but I've seen those. I believe that's what he's talking about there. He said, waiting for the R10 to arrive and 7 feet of snow to melt here in Minnesota. Obviously, Stash requested this a few months back when there was still snow on the ground, so finally got around to playing it here with going in order on the list. And he finished up by saying, I think you'll like the course. Tiger's home base for years. Great down-to-earth content for us hacks. So appreciate it. Definitely a fellow hack, like a lot of you out there that are watching this with the R10 or just golfers in general. But we're going to give it our best shot. So again, shout out to Stash for not only the request, but some good background information that I was able to write down and relay to you guys. It was sunnier out here now. There's some dark clouds coming in, so I moved my bag behind me. As you guys can see, I'm over here to the other side of the screen, just to keep it in the shade. Hopefully it doesn't rain out here, but a little bit short on time today, so we're going to go through this and try to play this relatively quick, if I can, and put up a halfway decent score. So, like always, for the rundown, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand. I hit a few balls beforehand on the range, and I actually played a short 9-hole par 3 course that I just recorded before that, so it was a little bit of a warm-up round. So no excuses today. Didn't play yesterday, so the body is feeling fresh, and I played 9 holes of a shorter par 3 course. So again, one of those rare videos of no real excuses that I can truthfully mention. So if I play good, it's on me. If I play bad, it's all me. So Garmin Approach R10, like I said, I calibrated DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, Callaway Super Fast balls, DIY stance mat, 10x7 nets, and Home to Hero that you're seeing on screen. And real quick, last time I played a few days ago, I mentioned that I played 18 holes to warm up, and that I was playing 9 holes on course for the first time with the new driver. Hit it pretty well. The only problem was, again, the excuse train, but the day before that, I hit about 300 driver shots out here with this thing when I first got it, trying to figure it out. Seemed pretty good, so I was definitely tired and sore because of that. And then I played 18 back here, and then I went to the course. I was using, like I mentioned, the hazardous stiff or extra stiff shaft that came with it. It was decent. I hit some good drives on course and back here, but it seemed like I was losing. It would start right, and then at the end it would start to tail off and fade a little more than I would like to right. So for the time being, I'm still going to do a dedicated driver video when I have a little bit more time out here, most likely comparing just in general what I'm seeing with this Stealth 2 Plus 8-degree driver head, ball speed and everything else, and then most likely switching out. I have 3 shafts at this point. I'm going back to my 3-wood shaft that I've been using because I mentioned it to my buddy that I was playing with on course, and this year in general, most likely because I've been playing so much back here all throughout the winter and whatnot, just been getting way more swings than I have in the past. But overall, my best playing year on course, but more so my best driving year. For a while, when I was using that Sim 2, I was piping shots just right down the fairway, right where I wanted it, not a whole lot of curve either way. And once I got that dialed in, I was hitting it really well. So for the time being, I'm going back to this because this coming week I'm playing, I think we have about 16 guys. We're doing 2-man scrambles. It's a money match, albeit not a huge money match, but there is some money on it. So considering I'm using the brand new driver head, I figure still going to take me some time. It took me a good 6 months to really dial in that other one and feel comfortable with it. considering I'm using this brand new driver head, figure go back to a shaft that I know and I'm more comfortable with. So give me a little bit of comfort standing over a tee shot when there's a little bit of money on the line. So we're gonna give this a go with the shorter 3-wood shaft again. So getting into it here. First hole, we've got a par 4, 337 yards. Looks like a dog leg right. Not really a driver hole here with all these trees, but we're gonna aim up here. Don't think we'll get 295 out of it, maybe, but we're gonna aim right there, and hopefully we get up and over these trees to put something out there. Still using the 8-degree driver head, like I said. I switched out the shafts before I came out here, and I decided I'm gonna go, instead of all the way up 2 degrees higher, it's 1 notch lower, so it's probably playing like 1.75, 1.5 degrees up, so probably like 9, call it 9.5, 8 degrees playing 9.5, and then with the, I'll just show you guys quick, with the movable weight over here, I had it originally all the way to the draw setting. I have it basically kind of in between, a little more favoring the neutral right behind it, should be a little more forgiving, and slightly towards the draw basis. So that's what we're going to give a go. It'll open the club face just a little bit, but I'm thinking with taking a little bit of loft off of it, and then that should compensate for the slightly draw base with the movable weight. So we'll see how it goes. Hoping that I hit the ball pretty good here, and I have some confidence going into my scramble money match coming up this week. So here we go. First driver swing of the day. Low on the face, headed left, but if we get lucky with those trees, get down. All right, I think we might have caught one of those trees going through, but either way, 272, we're in the fairway. I'll take that. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Even if I lose a little bit of distance because of the, that's about an inch, probably an inch, maybe even an inch and a half, but call it an inch shorter than the driver shaft because it's a 3-wood shaft. You can't swing it obviously as quick. You can get a little more club speed coming through it with the longer shaft, but I'm thinking that a little more consistency with the shorter club, which will be good. So 84 yards left, no slope, no rough, so just need a good shot here. I'm gonna go 52 degree and try my best to play something a little bit more than my regular 75-yard shot here with my 52. Struck it decent, caught the top of the net and went over. $80 yards. It came up a little bit short right, I think that was, but we'll take the par. Second hole, par 3. We put the driver back, I guess. 132. So I'm gonna go, again, my least favorite club in the bag right now, pitching wedge. Let's see if I can get 130, 135 out of it. For whatever reason, no matter what I do, closing the club face, adjusting my grip, moving the ball back, I just can't seem to flight this thing low. No matter what I do, it seems like I pop it up. But let's see if we can keep this straight, get about 130 out of it. Or just shank it right. That might be in the water. Yep. Horrendous. I hate this pitching wedge right now. Obviously, it's more so the person swinging it, not the club, but all right, 100 yards left. Drop stroke there, healthy stroke into the water. See if we can make that up throughout this round. 100 yards, we're gonna need another 10 because we're in the rough, so we're looking at 113. Gonna go 48 degree and play something, basically a 75% shot here. Been seeing about 125-ish when I hit it full. and then I choked down to about 100, so we need something right in between there. Struck it pretty good. That should be decent. That might be closer to 120, but that should be on the green, I would think. All right, we'll take that. Not in the inner circle, unfortunately. I think that's going to be either a bogey or a double because of that penalty stroke, but decent swing, decent distance. Yeah, double bogey for the penalty. That's unfortunate. Behind the 8-ball early score-wise. We'll get something back, though. Hopefully, again, with the shaft that I've been used to, playing this shaft, the 3-wood shaft of my driver for the past 6 months, kind of a little bit of comfort. So, have at least a little bit of an idea of what's going to happen somewhat with the driver. Hopefully, we get a couple good ones out there. Gonna aim here, 3rd hole par 5, 452. Another pretty big dogleg right. Gonna aim right side over there. Hopefully, bring one back into the fairway. High on the face off the heel, or I mean off the toe rather. That's kind of a pop-up, but got it to work out. Only about 258, but like I've been seeing with this driver, and I mentioned in the other one, that forgiveness from what I'm seeing, that marketing campaign from TaylorMade is pretty true. That was definitely an off-center hit, and it seemed like we still got some decent distance out of it with the ball speed. So, so far so good with the claims that they make for this driver. Again, not a very good swing, but we got it to work out. Second shot here, we're a little bit blocked out. Could have used a little more distance, but we've got 240 up 5, so 245. That's kind of right in between 4 hybrid and 3 wood. So I guess I'm gonna go 4 hybrid, then seeing if I hit it good about 240 out of the 4 hybrid, and then if the 3 wood I think will be a little too much club. 3 wood I've been hitting it recently about anywhere from 250 to 270, right around 260, which would be too much. So even if we're a little bit short here, it's a par 5. Gonna hit the 4 hybrid up there. Get lucky if we catch the green. If not, should be just short for a little wedge shot. Caught it heavy. That's gonna be left. Shut the club face down when I hit the mat. Stay out of the bunker. Alright. Took about 30 yards off of that because I caught that so heavy. But 37 yards left. Should be able to just do a nice 56 degree in here. So we got 37 up 1. We're looking right at 38. Gonna put a little bit extra on here than my regular 30-yard shot with the 56. Oh, I did that last time too. I hit it good. That's gonna be a decent number. It's gonna be a yard or 2 left, but right up and over the net. I put 2 balls back there on the first video. One of them I did that right up and over them. The other one I shanked it off the Hosel with this same club to the right. So now that makes 3 balls back there. I gotta grab another ball, but we'll take the par. Guess I either gotta scoot up a little bit further on that mat, or play the ball a little bit further back in my stance and flight it down a little bit. I don't think the net has sagged at all, so I'm just popping it up a little more than I usually do, I guess. I'm gonna grab some water quick. We're 2 over through 3. 4th hole, par 4, 402. Dog leg left, it looks like. Let's see if we can square one up with the driver here. Gotta pick out a start line first, though. So we're gonna aim 250 right there, 280 there. We're gonna go right about here. Don't think we'll get 286 out of it, but that's a good start line. As long as we get it up and over that bunker and maybe turn one over to the left, that should put us in a decent spot. high on the face. It's gonna be one of those 250-ish pop-ups to the left. Yep, 243 into the bunker. Not great. That's definitely me, not the club. You gotta stand, I think, a little bit closer now that I'm going back to the shorter shaft. Alright. Now we got some guessing work to do out of this bunker, and we got trees here. So we got 164 left, up 2. That puts us at 166. 20% would be another 30 yards. And from my experience, the bunkers play a little bit longer, so I'll probably go 40 yards. So I'm looking at 206. Gonna go 6 iron. Decent chance, no matter what we do, we catch this tree. So I'm just gonna kind of blast 6 iron through there. See if we get lucky. Caught it kind of thin, gonna be headed a little bit right. Didn't catch it the best, but I was kind of going for it. Didn't really mean to lay up that far back with that strike, but I guess we're in play, all things considered. Could have been worse. 24 yards now, no rough, no slope, so that's kind of right in between 60 and 56. I'll go 56 and try to take 5 yards off of it, play about a 25-yard shot. Should be pretty close to 20-25, I would think. Yep, 25, we'll take that. Is that gonna be a par? It is. Alright, we're gonna get a couple birds here. So far, the layout, good amount of dog legs, and with trees all over the place. We'll see if we can get a couple birds here. If we get some longer, straighter, maybe long par 4s, par 5s. As for this one, we're still 2 over. 5th hole, par 3, 207, down 7, so we're right at 200. Gonna go 6 iron again, see if I can make some better contact. That was hit better. That's gonna be a little further left than I would like, but at least I didn't slice one right on that. That should be a pretty good number, maybe even a tad long. And landed at about that number, rolled out. 218 off the... did we catch the green? I think it's still on the backside. Better strike though, we'll take that. That was one of the longer 6 irons actually that I've hit in a while. Granted, usually it rolled out. In real life, that probably would have hit the green and kind of stuck a little bit more. That one rolled out, it seemed like another 10 yards once it landed, but we'll take it. 6th hole, par 4, 347. Alright, and this is kind of what I'm talking about. Gotta hit a good drive here. Nice straight hole, straightforward. We got bunkers, but 277 right there. We're gonna aim up this right side. Let's see if I can, again, actually square one up with the driver. Still trying my best to do my speed training when I can, and still searching for distance, but if I can just keep things in play about 275 down the middle, I'd be pretty happy with that, all things considered. That should be about that. A little bit low on the face, but started a little bit right. That should be pretty straight out there. Should be a decent tee shot, I would think. .265. .82 left, up 1. So we're at 83. Gonna go 52 degree. caught it a tad heavy, and that's going to be maybe 5 yards left. Ugh. Not very good there. That one, I didn't think it was going to be that far, or knew it was going to be left. I didn't know if it was going to be that far left, but that one, it felt like I caught a little bit heavy. Granted, I did pull it, which will go a little bit further. I didn't think I would get 90 yards out of that, but it is what it is. Maybe a slight misread there from the Garmin. All right, that puts us to 3 over. 7th hole, par 5, 497. Another one that I'm kind of talking about here. Pretty straightforward hole. Let's get a good drive out there. This should be a birdieable hole. Still a tad low on the face off the toe, but that should work out. Not coming back a whole lot, but basically same thing as the other one. Got a little more distance out of that one, 275, kind of what I'm talking about. Just slightly up the right side. Only about a yard into the rough, unfortunately, so that's going to add some distance here. So we've got 223 down 1, 222, and then 10%, another, we'll call it 25 yards. So we need right around 250. I'm going to hit 3-wood up there, see what happens. Struck that pretty good. That could be closer to 260. It's gonna be by the green though, I would think. All right, tad long with that rollout, but take that all day long. Birdie, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Caught a stroke back. Again, like I mentioned, starting to really like that 3-wood. Seems like the camera and the mic is still going, which is always a good sign. Sorry for that view. All right, 2 over through 7, 8th hole, par 4, 383. Pretty big dog leg right over this water. Water shouldn't be an issue here as long as I don't completely screw up this tee shot, but we're gonna aim right there and draw one back. At least that's the plan. Stan. That was hit a little bit harder. Should be about 275, 280, I would think. Maybe not with the rough. That's actually going to kill some distance. 267 though into the rough. Realistically, that probably would have rolled out an extra 10 or so yards if we caught that fairway, but we'll take it. 118 left, up 2, so we're at 120. And then we'll need another, call it 12 yards on top of that, so 132-ish. Going back to the pitching wedge. Off the heel. See if we got enough on it. Barely. Again, it says 108, but what I say, 20 yards or whatever on that, or 12. I can't remember what I said, but realistically, that was probably like 120, 125. Still not great. Very seriously considering just removing that club from my bag. at this point it's more of a liability than a benefit. So if I can either maybe just buy a cheaper wedge, I go 60, 56, and 52, then I go 48 and then pitching wedge, because these Sim 2 irons and basically all of the game improvement irons these days are so loft jacked. I think my pitching wedge is like right around 43 degrees. So if I can find either another pitching wedge or maybe a lower lofted, just single wedge, maybe put that in the bag instead of this pitching wedge, and then just go from that to 9 iron. We'll see. Ninth hole, par 4, 2 over still through 8, 376. Another pretty big dog leg. This seems like it'd be a pretty difficult course here if you're playing this on course. I don't know if some of these are playing this like in real life. I don't know if some of these are actually driver holes, but we're gonna aim there, see what happens. Still a little bit low in the face, gonna be maybe 260. It's gonna turn over left though, should work out pretty good. Landed about 255, 260, rolled out to 266, kind of what I was expecting. Decent tee shot though, that's kind of what I was seeing on course. When I really loosen up, I thought originally I went through a period where I thought I swung it faster back here because I didn't have repercussions, but I'm actually starting to think now, when I had my Sim 2 driver and had a lot of confidence off the tee, you have a big wide open fairway in front of you. I think I actually swing a little bit quicker on course, but you never really be able to tell. I still think maybe the R10 reads, I think radar in general is a few mile/an-hour slower reading the club head speed than like an optical like a GC Quad or a Unicore or something like that. And I think on top of that, maybe my R10 still reads ball speeds and club speed a little bit down. But either way, this is kind of what I was seeing on course, just anywhere from 250 to 290 most of the time, pretty much down the middle, which is pretty good. So if I can keep this up, I'll take that all day long and maybe mess with the settings a little bit more on that driver. But 132 left. Pitching wedge, I guess. Actually struck that one a little bit better. Still popped it up more than I would like. It's going to be like the front side of the green maybe, but we actually got some distance on that one. That was a little bit better. There we go. If I could just do that every time, I'd be happy. And you would think with my old set, my pitching wedge, like a lot of you out there, probably one of your more consistent clubs in the bag because of the loft, but that's all I need to do. All I need is 130, 135 out of it if I can do that like 8 out of 10 times. But as you guys have seen in other videos and even this one, it's like 1 or 2 times out of 10 times that I hit that club that I actually get 130, 135 out of it. All right, 2 over through 9, 10th hole, par 4, 343. Another dog leg. We're gonna aim. Yeah, we'll go there out into this gap. We can at least, if it stays straight, we can play it out there. And then if we turn one over, yeah, we'll go there. If we turn one over, we'll catch the fairway. We'll be in better shape, but gotta try to avoid those trees the most that we can. That one started right, might stay right. We'll see if it strains out at all. Trying to come back a little bit, kind of just straight out there what we were talking about, but 264 into the rough. Kind of starting to feel better about that decision, although I'm not clobbering the ball. It's definitely a little more consistent with that shaft that I'm used to, shorter length, and just because I've been using it for 6 months. I feel like I watched some comparison videos when I got this, and someone was comparing all the 2023 driver heads. The Stealth 2 always performs well, but one of the guys mentions, I don't remember the channel unfortunately off the top of my head, but I remember one thing that stuck with me. He said that he's starting to realize that the actual shaft that you use is more important than the actual driver head. If you find a shaft that you really get along with and works well, you can kind of switch out any of these new driver heads and you'll probably get pretty similar performance. That's kind of what I've been experiencing with the shorter 3-wood shaft here. Seems like the shaft is where the consistency comes in the ball striking, and then after that, maybe 5 to 10 yards, if that, with distance wise, and then maybe slightly more forgiving or less forgiving depending on the driver head that you pick. But any of you out there that maybe struggle with driver, try switching around the shafts if you have that available. If you have, I use pretty much all tailor-made products, so I can switch out the adapters and the shafts and whatnot. If you can maybe find a $50 or $100 shaft that may suit you better, you could potentially use the same driver head that you have and get better performance out of it with just a slightly different shaft. Something to consider. But 114 left, and then we'll have to add another 10 or so yards because we're in the rough. So 125-ish. Gonna go pitching wedge. This will probably be one of those where I get 140 out of it, but just gonna try to put a smooth swing on it with the pitching wedge. Get about 125, 130. Should be right around there. That's gonna be maybe a few yards left, but all right, pretty good shot there. Just a tad short. Another par in the books. 11th hole, par 3. Bunch of water. 108. All right, we're gonna go 48 degree. Ooh, I just whacked my phone when I took that club out. We're gonna go 48 degree, and again, this is gonna be one of those in-between shots. I pretty much choked down to about almost to the metal. That's about a 100-yard shot with this club that I've been seeing. So I'm gonna come up a little bit on it and try to play basically something in between. Obviously 108, something in between my 115 and a 100-yard shot here. I guess closer to 100. As long as we don't go in the water. Gonna be a tad left again, but that should be pretty close to the distance if I didn't put too much on it. Get down. All right, I'll take it. It's about all you can ask for with all that water around there. Just anything dry on the green will take the par. 12th hole, par 4. 357. More trees, more water, and kind of a narrow strip up there. So we gotta go. Who knows what's gonna happen here? Decent chance we catch these trees, but I'm gonna go right over these trees, right into that gap, and we're going right over the biggest part of that tree right there. But I kind of have to start it there, as long as if I overcook one left, I don't want to be in that water. So we'll see. Hopefully we get lucky. Gonna try to hit up on this one a little bit if I can, maybe launch it just a tad higher to make sure we get up and over these trees. Wasn't launched the highest, but I hit it decent. Oh, I think we cleared him. All right, take that. 266. I do really like the sound off of this club face, off this Stealth 2 with the 60 layers of Garmin. It sounds so good. I recently learned too, when I was watching all those driver fitting comparison review videos of the Stealth. I'm one of those persons or one of those people, I guess, when you get a club, I like watching what other people have to say about it. This is pretty highly regarded as a pretty good driver, but I recently learned that the sound of the club is actually considered feel. When you hit the ball, basically the sound of it is basically the same thing as the feel. Seems a little backwards, but that's kind of how it works out with when you make contact with it. the sound has a lot to do with the feel. Same thing with, I guess, all the other clubs too, but didn't know that before. Second shot here, let's see if we can stick this green. 98 yards. We got down 3, so 95, and then we'll add and call it another 10. So 105, going 48 degree. Basically just 100-yard shot here. Don't want to get greedy. Obviously, want to put it as close as possible, but I can't. I'm not at the skill level where I can hit it 100 versus 105. So just gonna go 100, get something on the green. Should be pretty good. Started a tad right, should come back left. Oh yeah, take that all day long. Good shot there. For a bird too. Alright, 13th hole, few holes left here. See if we can keep this going a little bit, playing a little bit better here. Oh boy, long hole. 526 yards, 13th hole, par 5, we're 1 over. We need 260 where we're aimed, so we should be able to get over this water, no problem. We're going to start here, up this right side, and just try to make some good contact again. Only looking for, again, right around 260, 270. Start it up the right side, turn it back over left, right into the fairway would be preferred. Towards the toe, a little high on the face, but should still be in play. Didn't come back a whole lot, didn't get a whole lot on it compared to the other ones, but again, for a miss hit, when I hit those other ones decent, I was seeing, what, 265, 270 maybe, and that one, 257 into the rough, didn't even get any rollout. That was an off-center strike, so definitely still the in-depth driver video that I'm planning on doing here, maybe in the next week or so, will show that, but when I don't square one up, the ball speeds seem to stay pretty high with this Stealth 2 Plus, which is good. Alright, long way home. We've got 270 to the pin, and we're in the rough, so that's going to be another 27 yards on top of it. So essentially 0% chance we get it there. I can't even hit a driver 290 right now, let alone a 3-wood. But we're going to try and just keep this thing straight and hit 3-wood up there. Hit it pretty good. It's going to turn over a little bit left, but that should be, granted it's going to take 27 yards off of it, but that should be like 260-ish. Yeah, so 227 plus another 27, so right in there, 255-ish. Take that. A 3-wood starting to become a weapon. 44 yards left, up 1, so we need 45, just going to go 52 degree. Try the best that I can, take about 5 yards off my regular 50-yard shot here. It's left, and because I pulled that, it's going to be possibly a little bit long. Yep, long left. But I think it stayed on the green for a +2. Did. Alright, we'll take the par. Fourteenth hole, par 4. 348. Nice straight one here. Aim up there. That was off the crown almost. That was really high toe. That one, yeah, 239. with my other drivers. I stood a little bit too far away on that one. I didn't sky it, I didn't leave a mark, but that was like probably half of the ball towards the crown. Just double checking my driver, brand new driver. I didn't want to keep this thing as in good a shape as I can, but not the best tee shot there. Probably the worst one of the round actually, but and we're blocked out by this tree. I think we're right behind the tree. Turns transparent. So if I look this way, we're like right underneath it. I don't know. I guess I could just, I think no matter what I do, I basically would have to go backwards here, which I don't really love doing. I think I'm just going to hit my shot here, and there's a very high chance it just goes off the base of the tree and goes 2 yards, but 111 right there, plus another 10 yards. I'm just going to hit a pitching wedge and see what happens. Hopefully, one, we get lucky. Probably won't happen, but if it just bounces off the base of the tree, and then after that, I guess we'll reassess and might have to just take my medicine and hit like a backward shot. Ooh, we got lucky. It definitely hit, that one was going left. It definitely came off the base of that tree and sprayed it right, but all things considered for that shot, that one I kind of popped up, and that probably would have been maybe 3 to 5 yards left, so whatever happened with that tree made it come out right, but that's better than what I expected there. So 19 yards left, down 1, we're at 18, and then 10%, another 2 yards, so 20 yards, gonna go 60 degree. Gonna be about 2 or 3 yards left, but that should be pretty close to 15 or 20. A little bit long. Alright, dropped a stroke there, unfortunately. But based on that tee shot from where we were, not the worst thing in the world. 15th hole, par 3. 179, up 3. So we're at 182. I've been seeing about 185, 190, sometimes 195 with my 7-iron. So I'm going to hit 7 and just put a smooth swing on it and try to get about 185-ish. Going to choke down just a hair on it, but smooth swing, most important, and see if we can stick this green. Oh! Or just catch it on the bottom groove and spray it right. That's going to be like 30 yards short right. And 29 yards short right. Again, those are those kind of shots where frustrating to hit, but pretty cool when I hit it and I have an idea of what's going to happen, and Garmin shows it within a yard. I couldn't have guessed it that close, but pretty cool. 29 yards left. No slope, we're in the rough, so another 3, so we need 33. Gonna go 56. Gonna be a few yards left and maybe a tad short. And we got it there. Got to remember when I pull them left, they get a little bit more distance on them, but not the best wedge shot there. Another bogey. Alright, 16th hole. 3 holes left, par 4, 317, 359 right there. Actually, we're going to stay there and even go a little bit further right. We're going to go right there, 276 right there. I'll be happy with that if we get that, and then that's a good start line. Turn one over a little bit back to the left. High on the face again. .244, not great into the rough. 73 yards left, down 2, so we're at 71, and then another 7 yards, so 78. Gonna go 52. Play as close to a 75, 80 yard shot here as I can. Popped it up a little bit, but that should at least be on the green. Or not. Don't know if it was that short. I thought that would have been maybe 65, 70, but it is what it is. Maybe a slight misread. 16 yards left out of this bunker. We were playing well for a little bit there, now it's kind of going downhill. 16 yards, 20% will be 3 yards, so I'll probably add another 3 to that, so we're looking at 25-ish. I'm gonna go 56. Should be right around 25 or 30. See what happens with the bunker yardages. Yeah, a little bit long, but we're on. Gonna be, I think, another drop stroke there, unfortunately. Another bogey. What's that, 3 bogeys in a row? Alright, 17th hole, par 5. Need a good drive. .518. Guess we'll go here. Not gonna get 295, that's the line we're gonna take. That was, at least it wasn't high in the face, but that was duck hooky left. .265, and we're in the rough, so another 25 yards on top of that, so we need a good 290, which won't happen, but we're gonna go 3-wood. Try to blast something up there. Very low on the face, off the heel. That's gonna be low left. Alright, we need a good shot here. There's been some bad swings in a row here. We're 4 over, 54 yards. I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, but there were 7 tee box options here, so usually that means it's pretty difficult. It hasn't exactly been the easiest, so 4 over is not the worst, but we had a good stretch going, and now we're kind of falling apart a little bit. 54 yards down 1, so we're at 53. I'm gonna go 52 degree for a 53 yard shot. We'll see. I don't know if I put enough on that. That could be closer to 40 or 45. Nope, or not. Looked like it landed pretty close to the hole. Alright, right the ship a little bit with a par. Final hole here. 18th hole, par 4. Dogleg right. We got water up the right side. It wants us to go right there, which we probably will. Not swinging the driver the best. Or we get greedy and cut the corner. 280. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna try to swing at one. Let's see if I can get 275, 280 out of this. I don't know about 280, but it could be 270, 275. Ooh, took a weird bounce, 263. I didn't sky it to where, like, I left a marker even close to the carbon, but there's like a little bit of a line here, a minuscule mark. I really hope that's not the start of another crack on the top of the driver. That shouldn't affect performance because it's on like the very top. So there's like the face of the driver obviously, and then that black crown that goes around it, and then the top of the face, the glossy carbon. That's where there's a little bit of a line. I'll have to look at that more in depth after we finish this hole, but driver struggles. Hopefully that's not the case. That would suck. 121 down 2, so we're at 119, plus we need another 12 yards on top of that, so that puts us at 129, 131. I'm gonna go pitching wedge. That was actually hit decent. That should be about 130, 135. Alright, a little bit left, but we'll take that. At least swinging the pitching wedge a little bit better. So, take a look at this. Par to finish it off. So, ladies and gentlemen, not too bad. From Isleworth Country Club in Windermere, Florida. Again, courtesy of a subscriber by the name of Stash Urbanski. Shout out to you for the request. Hopefully, by this time you're seeing this, the snow, 7 feet of snow should be melted in Minnesota. But pretty fun course, some challenging holes there. Didn't play too bad. Went 38 on the front, 38 on the back. Had a good stretch there in the middle, basically from the 7th up until the 13th, and then fell apart kind of with those 3 bogeys in a row. Second hole kind of was tough with that penalty shot into the water with that double bogey, but 4 out of 14 fairways hit kind of low. Want to be at least 7 there. Greens and regulation not too bad. Was striking the irons and the wedges decent, so 13 out of 18 will take that. And then 35 putts, that's kind of a lot. That's only 1 shy of 2 putts a hole. Want to be at least 1.5, so a little bit high on there, but kind of an average round, not too bad. Could have been a lot worse, could have been better. 4 over again, we'll take that, but it is what it is. Had a good stretch there with the driver. Gonna double check that. Not a whole lot I can do with it, even if it is the start of another crack on the top of the face, which would suck, but I don't even know how. I didn't hit one up there, and I don't know what could have hit it, but I guess we'll see. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, shout out to Stash. If you guys are watching this and you want to see me play a course of your choosing, give me the name of the course, the location, and then preferably, like Stash did here, some background information so I can write it down and relay it. I feel like it spices up the videos a little bit and gives some background context of why you chose it, why I'm playing it, and for other viewers, it gives them a little bit of extra information while they're watching it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.